My name is Troy Alexander, and I wanted to just share my testimony with you today about what I faced as a child. And I had to deal with a lot of fear because I had a speech problem. I stuttered a lot, um, couldn't hardly get words out of my mouth. And as a child, I feared even going to school. Um, there were times where I wouldn't even go to school because we had to give a book report in class. And so I would fake as though I was sick to not have to go to school to read the report. I just went through a lot. I would get so nervous in class. We would have to go around the room and read a passage from the book. And I would just pray to God that I could just get through it without getting caught on a word. But it was a very difficult time that I went through as a child, and a lot of fear, because everywhere you go, you have to speak. So it's not like you can, not speak. And so I had a teacher and tried to help me with my speech, and went through classes, and they would tell you to talk slow and breathe and don't be nervous, all the things that would happen opposite, where you would talk fast, you would be nervous, and you would have a hard time, a worse time, getting the words out. I just felt like, what could I do? I felt like, there was a fear of not having friends. There was a fear of being laughed at. And there was a fear, a real fear, where I told myself, I said, will I ever be able to have a job? Because what kind of job could I have where I couldn't talk? But I prayed, trusted God, and God put people in my path to be patient with me. I remember a woman by the name of Mother Smith in the church, and she would always have me read the Sunday school lesson in front of the whole class, even the adults. And she would say, take as long as you need, And so I thank God for people that God placed in my life to help me get through it. But it was nobody but God that helped me get through. And I just wanted to encourage someone today that you may be going through something that you fear greatly, and you don't know how you're going to make it through. You don't know how you're going to overcome. But now I'm able to approach every situation with a level of confidence that God has given us. When we have to speak, we manage, a staff of 25. We have to speak at conferences. We have to do conference calls that we manage. We have to have statewide meetings. And now they ask me to go represent, the agency when at different meetings and things. So never dreamed that I would be in the place where I am now, because again, having that fear was holding me back. And as long as I kept that fear and didn't face it, it would have continued to hold me and bind me and hold me back from the things that God has predestined for my life. So just want to encourage someone out there today, that especially our young people, I know what it is to have fear and to not want to be laughed at or talked about, um, because everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to be accepted by somebody. And I just thank God that He allowed me to go through that experience, because now I can tell somebody else that you can make it too. You can overcome. So I just want to encourage you today, whoever's listening, to know that God has not given us the spirit of fear. God, that's not from God. He's given us power, He's given us confidence, and He's giving us love. So just know that somebody loves you today. God loves you. We love you. Be encouraged. Know that with God all things are possible. There is nothing too hard for God. And God is letting you go through this test so that you can get to know Him at a greater level. So then you can tell somebody else that no weapon that's formed against you shall prosper. God bless you. We love you. Be encouraged.